Yes, good morning and welcome to this webinar that will start now. Less work, more impact. This is automation with WebCRM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, and yeah, thank you
I'm
for.
sorry to interrupt. Just a quick note from your moderator here. Nana, please put your teams in Do Not Disturb. Otherwise, we risk having our sound hijacked. Sorry, that was it for me. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Welcome.
Yes, you just go, Will.
I just wanted to welcome everyone. As you said, we'll start by introducing ourselves. Nana, you can please go first.
Yes, many of you probably know me today. My name is Nana Rust, and I work as a customer success manager here at the Efficy. I have been working here for about 8 years, both as a consultant, as a key account manager. I've been working in the support, and now I work as a customer success manager to help all of your customers to have the best WebCRM system, and also to hopefully automate a lot of things in your WebCRM system.
And I'm Will Deku. I am a sales account executive here at Efficy. I basically cater to our Nordic clients, consulting and selling our solutions, both our CRM and our MarTech solution. I have about a decade's experience in selling SaaS solutions, and other customer-facing roles. So I'm happy to be here. That out of the way, we are scheduled for about 45 minutes for this session, and this session is going to be very practical. So we will be spending some time in the platform, showing you the platform and what the automations has to offer, so you can get some eyes on there. And because we're going to be showing the platform, we've gotten feedback that the size of the screen sometimes is small or it's difficult to see. On the right hand side, there is the option to increase the size. I think there's like plus and minuses buttons that you can press to increase the size. So please utilize that if you're having issues seeing the screen. So, okay, now going through the agenda. Essentially, we're going to start off with why automation matters. So a quick look about some of the pain points, some of the benefits, and some of the value that you get out of automation. But also looking at, we'll also look at some key features of WebCRM automation. Then we'll take a demo. So Nana will go into the platform and show you the automation live in action. Then we will do a ROI calculation for you. So a lot of times customers are asking about whether automation is worth the value or worth purchasing. So we'll give you a quick way to take a look at if it makes sense for you and what sort of returns you can expect by purchasing a solution like automation. Finally, we'll wrap up with some Q&A. We can go to the next slide. So we start off with why automation matters. I think even before we do that, we should take a step back and answer the question, what is WebCRM automation? So putting it in a very short way, WebCRM automation is a feature which automates repetitive tasks for you. This is across the different business units, so sales, marketing, customer service. And the idea here is to free your time or to free the time of your employees to focus on higher value interactions and improving it. This improves your efficiency, and it also improves your ultimately improves your customer experience. And automation is an add-on solution, so it doesn't come standard with WebCRM. You need to purchase it. So reach out to us, let us know what you need, how many users, that kind of stuff, and then we'll be able to provide you a relevant price for your organization. Now, looking at why automation matters. So we try to lay it out in an understandable way. A lot of times when we speak to customers, they often express specific issues or pains they're having. And this, these are struggles that we've all had at some point or another. An example could be manual tasks that are draining their time. These are repetitive work like data entry, follow-up emails. These basically pull your reps away from selling. And it can impact not just the job satisfaction, it can impact the enjoyment of what they're doing. And it can also impact how they, or if they use the solution. I can't tell you the amount of times I speak to people that say they're having issues getting their customers to use the solution, product adoption. This a lot of times stems from just the repetitive nature and the manual nature of some things. This is something automation can help with. Other pains are inconsistent engagement. So without some sort of automation system, it's hard to ensure that every lead or customer gets a consistent and timely attention. We're human, things fall between the cracks. So without automating it might happen more often than one would like. Then there is the no process standardization. And again, this speaks for itself, but everyone has a different approach to things. So when you have employees or reps that do things differently, it's tough to measure success and identify issues because people are doing things in different ways. Finally, there is the poor visibility. So manual tasks make it really hard to get a clear picture of your pipeline or team performance. Basically, you're flying blind. This normally manifests in poor data hygiene. This is something we see a lot. So again, with something that automation can help utilize. So these aren't just annoyances, but it impacts your productivity and basically your bottom line. But automation will offer a powerful way to solution that gives you some benefits. Some of these benefits include embracing automation. Unlocks significant advantages such as saving time and boosting efficiency. So automation handles repetitive tasks, freeing your team for high-value activities like building relationships and basically closing more revenue. It improves your lead conversation or conversions. Automation nurturing and personalized communication ensures that leads get these timely attention that they need and increases your conversions. It helps scale customer. It helps you scale a customer journey by designing consistent and personalized customer experiences that scale without extra or manual effort from your part. And then finally, it helps you make data-driven actions. So make data-driven decisions. So automating your processes provide better data. It provides better platform hygiene, and it gives you insights to make precise and informed decisions instead of guessing what you should do. So these benefits lead to profound strategic value, such as basically going beyond the immediate gains. Your CRM automation, would help you deliver more long-term strategic advantages like higher revenue. So having less manual work for your reps means they can handle more leads, accounts, which directly increases or leads to increased revenue contribution. Just makes them more efficient in your work. Better, and it also helps provide a better customer experience. So having a consistent or even a proactive communication builds trust, it strengthens your relationship, and it fosters loyalty in your customer base. It also leads to a strong team or stronger team alignment because the standardized processes you put in place and the ability to share data leads to better collaboration across your teams. It could be within your sales team, but it could also be between your sales team, your marketing team, and your customer service team. So across various teams. And then finally, it can help with better and faster onboarding. So not have your employees not having to learn a lot of manual processes. So taking away a lot of that basically helps quicken their time to productivity. And helps that process go a lot more smoother and frictionless. So ultimately, CRM automation isn't just about small improvements. It's about transforming how you engage with the customers, empowering your teams, and then driving significant growth. It shifts you from reacting to being more proactive and shaping your success.
Yes, thank you for that, Will. And I will now show you in a little bit just a demo in WebCRM. And just a quick thing here before we go into WebCRM, like we have some different features of the automations in WebCRM. We have the time-based automation, we have the manual triggers, the entity event automation, schedule automation, and email event triggers. And I will show you, hopefully, an example of all these automations in WebCRM in a little bit. Yes, but again, a function automation in WebCRM is a function that makes it possible for you to create automated flows across your system. This could be, for example, a notification to an order responsible whenever the order date is due, or an email notification when a new customer is registered in WebCRM. I will again show you some examples in WebCRM, but just remember that like almost everything is possible. And you can just talk with us after this webinar with your CSM, like what is possible. It's just this will just be some example, but you probably have some daily work assignments that you do every day that you do manually that could probably be done like with automations instead. Yes. So I will just jump into CSM here and will show you. Yes. So this is my test system in WebCRM. You find the automations in here with the configuration, and then you click on utilities. Some of you in this webinar already have automation, and some of you don't. So of course, if you don't have this automation in WebCRM, then you won't be able to see it. It's an add-on product, and I think Will just mention it after the demo, like about the price and so on. But you find it here, you also need to have the access level to get it. So if you cannot see it, but you have the automation module, then you should contact the admin user and you can get it. But you click here and then you click on the automations. The first automation that I will show you is like a manual trigger. It's kind of like a button that you will find on the entities. Manual triggers is one of the two triggers that you can choose from when creating automation in WebCRM. By using the manual trigger, your automation will, yes, again, generate a button that needs to be clicked before the automation starts. This kind of trigger can, for example, be used on a contact person, on a delivery to create other entities when the automation is being clicked. So what I will show you is an example of, for instance, let's take an example where an employee from the accounting department is going through unpaid invoices and needs to inform the account manager. The co-worker from the accountant can access the company's delivery or orders in WebCRM and then click on a button and inform the responsible of the delivery or the order of the unpaid invoice. So I will just say unpaid invoice, follow up, and we will choose trigger type to be manual, and then we click on create. Then we will choose here from the entity type, we will choose delivery. And then we will add like a description. Description and text, and that should be mandatory. I will show you later when the automation is done, but it's so like the accountant person can type in a description. We could also set up an email if we want to do that, but we will not have it mandatory. And we choose email. Yes. And then we click here on next, and we click on create. Because we want to create an activity. So here under the entity type, we choose activity. And then of course there need to be like a date and hour. When should this activity come to the responsible? So we can choose here expression, and then we could have the let's just sorry, I will just do this again. Create activities, and we will just have here. Yes, so current date plus 1 day. And then we choose from which entity should be created in the action. And we have this here. Sorry. we choose the date and hour for the activity, and this example we have chosen current date plus time with an extension of 1 day. So the responsible for the delivery would get the activity for the next day. Which organization should the activity belong to? Here you can choose the organization which the delivery is attached to. And then we will choose like which action, and I will choose like invoice follow-up. You don't have this probably in your system, but you can add it under the activities actions. I also have a type where I can put in that it's high prioritized. I can choose the contact person for the customer, and the responsible, of course, as well. And then I could add a description as well. Description for the trigger. Yes, and then I will save it. And then that's actually it. What is important that you need to activate it as well, otherwise it won't work. You can always go like under each automation and see like the status and logs on what's going on. But then we should be able to see if we go to a delivery, and we click on this delivery, we should now see like this bottom, like an automation trigger, where we have the, I have made several tests, so that's why I have several. But we have the unpaid invoice follow-up. We could type in a description, say, please follow up on the unpaid invoice and submit. Yes, and you can say here that it was Lego. They would probably not have an unpaid invoice, but now you can already see that they have an activity like please follow up on the unpaid invoice. So that's just one example of how you can use these manual triggers where you have the button. Another way of using automation is by using the entity event trigger. So again, I will go to utilities and I will click on the automations and I will create a new one. So let's create an example where the team lead for the sales department wants to receive an email each time an order gets created in the system. Yeah, so if you're a sales manager, and you might not look in WebCRM all the time, even though we of course think you should do that, then you can set up an automation where you will receive an email or a notification or an activity in the system from the system each time an order have been made. So we can set up like new order in WebCRM, and we choose the entity event and click on create. Then here we click on edit, and we click on create here and the delivery, because we want to create an email, and the entity type is delivery because a delivery has been made. After this, after we have set up the trigger, we choose which action that should activate the trigger. So we save here and click on next. And we click on create. Oh, sorry. We actually click on condition, sorry, because we want the condition to be that a delivery have been made. So we click on, I just type in here, status. Oh, sorry. Click on delivery. And we should find the status right here. Delivery status is equal to new. After adding the condition, we get the option to choose what is supposed to happen. And if the condition is, yeah, as you can see here, is being met, and if it's not. We will just, in this example, we will not focus on if it's not being met, but just if this is positive. And then we will send an email. You can see you can also set here, send a notification, an SMS, but we will here send an email. Again, who should the email come from? I will just write in my email actually from the, but it could be from you can set up a email manually, or you can choose like a field from like it should come from the responsible. And then I will just put in like my another email just so I'm sure that I have the example for you. Yes. And again, the entity type is delivery. Then you can choose like a template because you want, now we are sending an email, but you can also just click on, just type it in here. And then you could put in, for instance, hi, and then you can use the merge field. So you would probably say you would send this to the manager actually. Hi, there is a new order. Yes, and then you can also like put the as a merge field. You could put like the link into the delivery. Link to order in WebCRM, and yeah, then you can write some more things, and then you just click on save. Best regards, and then it could of course come from the opportunity creator, the space responsible. So it could come from their name. So we click on save, and again you need to activate it. We need to have a subject new order in WebCRM. Yes. Oh, we also need to have it who it's I didn't, sorry. Yes. Why is it not? Sorry. I'll just try this instead, actually. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why it's actually not working. Let me just see if I have done wrong. So it's actually not only you guys who can probably, I will just click here, equal to new. So sorry again, send email from This normally would actually also just be like the trigger user you would use here, and just don't know why it's not okay, but we will just set up as a, and instead we will set it to like the delivery and choose the sales responsible and their email, and then we will click on save. And then each time there comes a new order, so if I, for instance, go on this one and I would create a new opportunities, new order, and set it as 1, then there should be, of course, be like an amount. Then this automation would trigger that the sales manager would receive an email. Yeah, I wanted to log into like my email and see, but I'll for sure it should work. I'm sorry again. We will just try a new one, and another example could be like entity type. With entity type, you can create automation flows triggered by a date field, such as an activity deadline, or when something is created or updated. The flow monitors the date and is triggered either at a specific time, or it can be late by a specific number of seconds, minutes, days, and so on. So an example could, for instance, be that you want to send a notification in WebCRM when an activity is overdue. Yes, I actually, instead of maybe creating a new one, I will just show you one that I have actually done, because it took a little longer than I thought. So here you can see like what is set up, that we choose under the entity activity. I have chosen like activity, and then that it will trigger like the days and hours. So it will be like as soon as the activity is overdue, then it will send like a notification. So you can see here, send notification. It will be sent to the activity responsible, and the title will be that you had an activity that's overdue. Please update it, and you can also insert a text. And again, this could also be like an activity you could do, or it could be an email that you want to send instead. Yes. And other examples for that could be like that you have like customer reminders, that you want to send like an automation email, or you want to send an email to customers for unanswered customer support cases. That you have inactive contact person, like send a form to inactive persons after a few months, and so on. A lot of things you can do here. Just ask us if things are possible. Yes, and then I would just quickly show you like a schedule automations as well in WebCRM. And that could be, again, if you like have a overdue opportunities in WebCRM, and you want like the responsibles in WebCRM to follow up on it. Again, I will not create a totally new one. I have one here, so I will go in and show you this. I will again, you need to do a new automation, and you choose like schedule trigger. You can like repeat this every day, or you could repeat it every week or months. But here you can could, for instance, repeat it every day at 9 that you want to send it to responsibles who have overdue pipelines or opportunities in WebCRM. Here you find like the opportunities. So you say find the opportunities, and then the data field is that it should be less like than the current date. So it needs to be overdue. And here I have set up that you will send an email, and you have an email that's overdue, and you will put in the merge field from for the opportunity responsible, put in a text here and with a link to the opportunity, so they will receive it in the email, and they will have a link where they can directly click into the opportunities in WebCRM. Here you can also see like examples of automations that you can receive here, like an automation like follow up on a overdue pipeline, and you can click on the pipeline right here and you can see it. So yeah, of course it would be good that you use a notification if you know that your employees are already using WebCRM quite a lot. But again, you can also use the email and send that. The last thing I just want to show you with automation is that you can also use email event in WebCRM. Let me just see if I just don't have. You can also choose here. Yes. So again, I will just choose one that I've already done, and you can. Yes, the last automation I want to show you is the email event automation. You can set up automatic activity creation or update whenever a recipient clicks on a link in a newsletter, so you can always follow up on the right time with informed sales approaches. You create an automation and choose like email event, click if that's what you want to see, and you set up the condition. And in this example, we want to see if a lead have clicked on in here in WebCRM, it would be like a free trial. So if I put in the link in WebCRM, because if you are our customers and if we have leads and we send down a newsletters, it would be very informative for us to know if they have clicked on this link in WebCRM, because then they probably want to download a free trial. If they haven't done so, we will be contacting them. And then you can see here that I have set up like a contact new lead. So there will be an activity for the sales response in WebCRM. Yes. We also have some new things in WebCRM, but it took a little longer than I thought. So I don't think I will show you any more automation in WebCRM. You can find a lot of documentation in WebCRM regarding this automation. You can always also find it under the resources. And here we have a lot of documentations in the WebCRM about these automations. And then just remember that this is only example of automation flows, and you can do so much more. You need to think about that you can work, you need to think about how you work and all the daily or monthly manual tasks that you and your team do.
So
Nana, it looks like you're still speaking, but you are muted, so we can't hear you.
So yeah. So I think, just to follow up on what Nana was saying, so we have a lot of documentation on automations and the different ways you can utilize it. But obviously, as with everything else, we are here to assist. Reach out to us. We'll understand specifically your use cases, and then we'll advise on which of the automations might make sense for you. So we can proceed to some of the next slides here. Yeah, so just to kind of wrap up some of the stuff we've showed, essentially, when we speak to customers, one of the big things is automation worth it for us? Different companies, different sizes, different configurations. A quick way to kind of answer that question, we normally can't answer that question off the bat, but a quick way to just visualize it and answer it for them is have them to do a very simple ROI calculation. So ROI basically looking at how much value you get from the investment you make in something. In this case, automation. So first you quantify the benefits, and then you compare that to the costs. On this screen, looking at the benefits, you're looking at the annual value, you're looking at your users, how many hours, what it is you are automating, so how many hours that takes you per week, what is the hourly rate for your employees, and then how many weeks you are basically doing this for. The cost obviously is looking at the cost of automation, and you get the ROI using the formula. So the annual value minus the cost divided by the cost times 100. So the next slide, please. This is an example of what this calculation will look like in practice. So here we have users of we have 7 users that are saving 2 hours a week using automation. Right now we have the values in Danish kroner, but you can make the conversion to whatever currency is relevant for you: euros, Swedish kroner, and Norwegian, and so on and so forth. Over a period of 46 weeks, which is standard, essentially what they're getting from the annual value they're getting for automation is about 128,000 Danish kroner over a year of using automation. This is the time saved for the employees that are using this tool. It's basically using it to automate 2 hours a week of work. The annual cost, so this is a general starting price of automation, 6,000 kroner a year. The ROI is over 2,000% by using automation. So what does that mean? Essentially, when you look at it, imagine that you put 1 kroner or 1 euro into a machine and you get back 20. That's essentially what this 2,000% in ROI is basically saying. So when you do the math that way, it's not just a good investment, but it's a no-brainer. It pays off many times over by just taking away that repetitive task. And this is also not taking into account the time that is opening up to spend on actual value producing activities and tasks. So definitely worth it. Think about what it is you want to automate, and you'll be able to do a calculation like this. But this is also something we can help you with. So going to the next page, I think we'll just start looking at some of the main takeaways from automation. We put it in looking at momentum matters. So basically keep your automated processes running and evolving. You don't need to set it and forget it. You continuously optimize. So once you set an automation flow, you let it run for a while, and then you iterate. You look at, okay, what's working, what can I improve, and then you iterate from there. The next is basically saving time, selling more, or whatever value-added task that is for your organization. So automating these repetitive tasks, so you automate these repetitive tasks so your team can focus on what matters most. It can be building relationships, closing deals, or again, whatever value-added task is relevant for you. This improves work enjoyment for your employees. The next is standardized success, moving from chaos to clarity, or a form of clarity. So automation transforms inconsistent manual efforts into something that's more predictable. That can be high performing process, and it brings order and clear results to something that is maybe a bit more disorganized, maybe done in different ways. Automating that puts that standardization in place. And then finally, we always say start small, and then you can scale up fast. So begin with simple automations. Begin with simple automations to extend. Begin with simple automations, and you can extend it as your need evolves and grows. So the module is flexible and is pretty easy to adopt. So grow your business without growing your workload, and automation can scale with you as your needs get more complex, or you need to add more and different processes into it. So that's definitely something that it can help with. Then moving on to the final next steps in the next slide.
Yes, you will later today or tomorrow morning of course, receive an email with this whole webinar if you want to watch it again or didn't finish it, and then you will also get the slides from this presentation, of course. And you can book a meeting with your CSM if you want to know more about automation, both if you don't have it and want to know more about like the prices, what it can do for you, and also if you have automation already but have been inspired or want to do some more with it. Yes, and then I think we should go to the questions. We have a few minutes left, so have we had
Or 4
any
minutes
questions?
left.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then I will butt in here. One of the questions that we received in the chat was, will you send this presentation after the webinar? Now, normally we send the recording, but for you who asked specifically, for sure, we will be happy to send you the presentation as well.
Yes.
And then another question that we got is, we're a small business. Do we really need this? Or like, are the benefits mostly for bigger companies?
No, it's for sure for both small and bigger companies. And a lot of our customers who are using automations today is a customer who don't have that much time because they are not many people working in the company. So especially for them, the automation, or for all people, of course. But for sure, also for small business.
Definitely. And just to add on that, when you think about the actual manual tasks and repetitive tasks that you're doing, I think it becomes clearer and clearer the value that automation will bring. So reach out to us. We can help you do the calculation. We can help you walk through your processes and inspire you with what you can do.
Yes.
Super.
Is there any more questions?
We do have some more questions in the chat actually, but I think we'll reach out to those individually. There are questions, for instance, on cost, etc. We'll reach out to you individually, make sure that you get a response to your questions.
Sounds
okay.
Good.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for joining this webinar. Hopefully we will hear from a lot of you, and hopefully you learned something or got inspired.
Indeed. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.